Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So today we'll discuss about one more concept in generative AI, that is text to SQL. So this topic will be very useful for the students and everyone, right? So without delay, let us start the concept. Text to SQL. So this text means a normal English. So English we can call it as an instruction. English instruction, and SQL means query. So why we are writing this query? So if you are watching this video, you might be knowing at least a few things about the SQL. So what is the importance of SQL? So there will be a database where a lot of records will be available. So every application will be having the database. Okay, so every application will be interacting with the database. So in order to get the data from the database, so that will be done only with the help of a query. So by giving a normal instruction will not retrieve the data from the database, and we need to write the SQL query from the database. Okay, if you want to get the data from the database, we have to write the SQL query. And if you are not aware about these SQL queries, so we can't get the data. So here in such cases, we can convert this English instruction to the SQL query, okay, by using this text to SQL. Okay, so this text to SQL, the name itself indicates the English instruction will be converted to query, SQL query. So where we can get the data from the database by using this particular SQL query. So we can say it as a mediator. We are using the translator or a mediator which converts from one form to another form. So here the next immediate question is whether this text to SQL is a LLM. So we know what is an LLM, large language model. So which has, it is a pre-trained AI model which was trained with a massive data set. Okay, it's an AI model with a massive data set, trained with a massive data set. So it can answer the questions. So whatever the question we are giving, it can answer. And see, this text to SQL is an LLM. It's not an LLM. Okay, so this text to SQL is a task, or it's an application which converts the normal English to the SQL query. So how this can be worked means, so whatever the LLM we are using, okay, there are a lot of LLMs. So training that particular LLM with a specific task is called as a fine tuning. So that also we have discussed in our previous earlier sessions, right? So fine tuned LLM. So consider this LLM and apply the fine tuning on SQL examples. Okay, SQL examples, so that it will be fine tuned. So by using this fine tuned LLM, this task can be completed easily. Okay, so after the LLM, we will be fine tuning that LLM by training it with massive SQL examples, so that it will be applicable for a particular task, that means to writing the SQL queries. So this fine tuned LLM will be used to complete this task. So how it will works? Okay, how it will works? So normal LLM, so it understands the question, it understands the English, a normal English, and then it understands the context, and automatically it will generate the result or a response or an answer, whatever it may be. Now coming to this fine-tuned LLM, with SQL, fine-tuned LLM with SQL, so understands the English. Next, understands the schema or tables of a database, and it generates SQL queries. So this will be very useful for the students if they want to write the complex queries. So a lot of things can be written in a queries, right? Simple queries will be there, or complex queries will be there, and sometimes we'll be using some joining operations too. So in such type of, writing such type of complex queries, so this will be very useful. Okay, so first it understands the English what we are writing, and it understands the schema or tables which are available in the database, and from that it generates all SQL queries. So example, let us take an example. So instruction, INS means instruction. Let us see. Okay, so we need to list all students having attendance less than 70%. Okay, so this is a normal instructions we are supposed to give to this particular fine-tuned LLM with SQL. So I'll write here itself. Okay, so this will be given as a input to fine-tuned LLM. Fine-tuned LLM. So what will be the result? So this is the thing. What will be the result? It will understand the context. Okay, list all students. Okay, it have to result all the students and having attendance less than 70%. So it will understand the table and schema. Okay, so in that definitely there will be an attribute called attendance. Okay, attendance. So it will generate the query. It will generate the query. So select star from the table name students. So everything will be understood by the LLM, right? Students where attendance, so here less than 70. So this kind of query will be generated from this particular instruction. Okay, so this happens with the LLM, right? Whatever the instruction we are giving, that will be given as a input for the fine-tuned LLM, where it will be understanding the English and understands the schema and table from the database, and finally it generates the SQL query, and finally we'll get the result. Okay, so it will generate the result. It will generate the SQL queries, and the result will be the complete information which was retrieved from the database. Okay, so hope you understood. So one question, so text to SQL is not an LLM. It's an application or a task which has been completed with the help of fine-tuned LLM. Okay, if the LLM is trained with a particular task, then it was called as a fine-tuned. So in this case, the LLM was trained with massive information regarding the SQL examples, so that it will become the SQL expert, and it will generate the queries based upon the instruction given by the user. So that is called as a text to SQL. So conversion of the English instructions to SQL queries to get the data. So where it can be used means any application where the database is existed. So in all the applications, this particular thing can be used. Okay, everyone can use. So in the software companies, the HR managers, or in a hospital, so the doctors can generate the SQL without having any proper knowledge about the SQL. So they can also get the data from the database, okay, by using this particular text to SQL. So this will be useful for every student and every person who are going to work with the databases, right? So hope you understood this. I'll stop here, and if you are having any queries regarding this one, feel free to post your doubts in the comment section. Definitely I will try to clarify all your doubts. And if you really enjoyed the session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.